Powerful being, I see you. I see you with all your glory. You just look so fine. You are sitting there with so much grace and you are doing all that you can to become who you want to be. But maybe this is harsh, but I don't care actually because I know that you don't even know what I'm going to say in this video. It's beyond your control because you can't predict what I'm about to say because you don't have that much power. We don't have that much power. We have too much power. You aren't able to predict everything. You can't predict who you're going to be. You can only be who you are right now, and you can only choose to be who you think you are going to be. But actually, who you are going to be isn't in your mind right now, isn't in the actual fate that is going to happen. Some things that you imagine does happen, yes, but do they go in the same way that you think? While speaking to another person and narrating that perhaps it may go in the same way that you might have thought it would, but it is never that. It's more real, it's more raw, it's more honest. And that's not because you're actually living it, it's because you could have never imagined that that is what you would have felt. You only make assumptions about what you felt after you felt it. Welcome to your safe space. This channel finds those who love to go on a journey and those who love poetry. I say that because those who love to read and read poetry basically, they just get this. They just get the journey and beauty of words and thinking and all of that jazz. So if you are one of us, I welcome you to this space. Now, let's tune in to what our mind has to say today. What is on your mind? Does what my mind telling me and me telling you resonate with you at this moment in your life? Then perhaps you should watch me or listen to me because it might be something that activates you even more. See, I have a lot of things to unpack. My mind has a lot of things to unpack. So brace yourself. Where to start? God, a higher power, source, the universe. All of these terms have been very, very easily transferred from one person's mouth to another. We put so much power into this unknown source that we call the universe. We put so much trust into the angels, our spirit teams, our gods. But actually, it isn't all of that that you put your trust into at the end of the day. You see, I do believe in this. I do believe in spirituality, but I think this is what the struggle of all of us spiritual beings go through is that when you start to be so incredibly connected to this inner source, this source of everything, the universe or God, whatever you may call it, when we are so connected to that, it takes us away from our actual being. Like, just ask yourself this moment that you are right now, who brought you here? Who are you? Are you a person who is very disciplined or are you a messy person right now? Is your life fully organized and you're really enjoying life, or are you in the bottomest pits of your being and you don't know what to do? Anyways, whether that is right or wrong is not in our mind to understand, because that is not something we should understand. What you do have to think about is that you have brought yourself here, irrespective of the circumstance that you're in, because you can be proud of it either way. And since you've brought yourself here with a certain part of it going to the universe and going to luck and going to good fortune and all of that, still you did the work, you did the effort, you thought, you sat with yourself, you listened to yourself, you laughed at things that you said, you cried. Why? Because it was you in the end, it was all you. And don't try to discredit yourself for that. Don't try to humble yourself. It's time you took your power back. And I said that you get too much power in the first. I'll explain that. But still, for now, in this moment, I want you to understand that though you put this much trust in the universe and all of that and God, in the end, why are you not putting that trust into yourself? Why are you not living every day as if the trust flows within you, flows from you? You don't need to listen and gain permission and have a particular scenario from which you level up, from which you gain lessons. You don't need experiences to take lessons from. In fact, you don't need to even have faith, though that does really help and that does work and it is an actual thing. You don't need to believe in that to understand the fact that in the end, if you have the same, even let's say more amount of trust in yourself, that you are God, that you are your universe, then there is nothing that can stop you. In the end, what I need you to believe, and telling this to me too, is that you have to live every day as if you know yourself. And this is for people who have gone through the ring of trying to understand and find yourself in some type of way. When you've done that, you gain this understanding and you're sick of trying to not be who you actually are. You're sick of that. And when you're sick of it, you have no choice but to be who you are and to recognize that you are meant for what you were brought to this world. Maybe you believe that God has brought you here for some type of purpose, and that's beautiful. Why are you not looking into that? Why are you not acting as if you've known your purpose already? Because you have. Because the moment you have been birthed into this mother earth, you have already accessed your purpose, you already know. Then why aren't you just being confident enough to do all of the things that you put your mind into? If you were actually really connected to yourself and really trusted yourself in this moment, you wouldn't have any doubt that other people may perceive you in this type of way, or other people are going to judge your work, or other people are going to judge your character. None of that, because you know that what you're doing is for you, and you've brought yourself here, and you trust yourself enough that you know that you deserve better. You deserve to stop limiting yourself from your own potential. You deserve to stop trying to dim your light just because the society doesn't ac- accept you at this moment. Irrespective of whether the society is going to accept your work or your character or whatever it is that you're doubting about, irrespective of that, what you do know in this time is that you want that. Then why aren't you going for it? Why haven't you started it? Callings are something that we have to go to, though they may not be practical in this moment. If you are a student, let's say, if you are a teenager specifically, you are still in your parents' home. You're still, maybe you have a strict household, maybe you have a free household. Either way, you are under supervision, right? Still, you have your own life. Don't stop blaming your freedom to other people. Stop thinking that you are limited because of other people. Honey, you are limited because of yourself. You are limiting yourself. If you've done the work, if you've done the self inner work, if you've found out what you like and what you don't, and all of that, and just the step that you're needing is to be that, is to give yourself the permission to do what you've set yourself to do. What the only thing that you need to realize is that you just have to worship yourself. Worship yourself as if you are God. Worship yourself because you know that you have brought yourself here and you are capable. You are limitless. You're abundant. Why not see that? And it sucks that life gets in the way and all of that. That life gets in the way and things in life actually do hinder you from that. All of these are just sentences, though. They are not actually what you believe. You believe in the calling, and so you're going to go for it, irrespective of which situation you're in. If you can't do it right now, you are going to put the energy that you are going to do it. You can, you can, you can. The other thing that I want to touch upon is that I also went on this rabbit hole with my mind on the topic of other people perceiving you in some type of way. See, other people perceive you in the basis of their beliefs that they are living in. So every single sentence that others speak is is a confession of what they are and who they are, right? And every world that they have cultivated in their mind is also something that they have cultivated from the beliefs that they are believing in. But belief is a weird word. Belief is strange because belief isn't right or wrong. Belief isn't standard. Belief isn't like a body. You all have a body. We all have a body. But we all don't have the same type of beliefs because that is just not possible. That is just what you think. And so, what you need to realize is that just because others perceive you and others think of you in some type of way doesn't mean that you also have to think in that type of way. You can have your own beliefs, they can have their own beliefs. So, why do you think that they might not accept you? They will never accept you because they are not you. And those who do accept you because they believe in a certain version of what you're believing in. And those are the people that you attract in. And you don't have to go for trying to find those type of people, because the more you embody what you are, the more you see yourself, you're going to be aligned with people who want you, who want your essence, and though they are going to come in. Because the more you are authentic beings are going to come in, and that is going to make your heart fulfilled, because you know that they understand. And if you're in the transition period of embodying yourself like I am right now, you don't have to pity yourself for the fact that you aren't understood in this moment. In fact, you won't be understood by anyone in this life. You only can really understand yourself. You only can understand you. So the more, so worship yourself in a way that you can understand yourself. That is the only thing that you have to do in this life. Understand and implement. Understand and trust. Understand and do. Right? The more you think of what other people may think of you, is more you are disconnected from what you think of yourself. But also, if you perceive other people are thinking of you in some type of way, maybe you're also thinking yourself in that type of way. And you can change that. You can change the fact that other people are thinking you in that type of way. You can maybe believe that they are praising you when they are insulting you, because why would you not believe that? Why do you believe negative things when you can believe it in a positive way? And this can be done. This can be done. You can be more disciplined. You can be and take your life together, but also you can be messy. You can be chaotic. You just choose who you want to be and trust. And yes, you have to go on certain challenges for yourself to come to this point, but those challenges come in the first place when you choose that you want to go on those challenges, when you choose to take the lessons from those. And I said in the beginning that you have too much power. You have too much power because you think that you have the power to stop limit. You think that you have the power to think that other people are limiting your reality. You think that you have the power to think that other people are the cause, and other people, your parents, your environment, all of those things are what has made you. You think that, but actually that is just your ego talking. That is your power of thought talking. You are powerful enough to change that. Just because you have thought one thought all your life doesn't mean you have to still think that. You can rewrite that, because if you have that much power to think that all your life, you have the same power to think another thing. So you have too much power, but use it. But also live. This is not you fixing your reality. You don't need to change every thought all of the time. It's all a balance, right? You just need to live. You just need to trust, and you need to understand yourself. That's the only things that you need to do. Just go on with life and take the lessons actually. Why no? Why you only see yourself when you take lessons from other people? Because that is why we need connections, because that is how we find ourselves. And that is why we also believe in God, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be able to understand that we could worship ourselves in the same way. That's why from history we've been trying to uh, trying to perceive ourselves in the eyes of others, in the ways others talk, in the ways others behave. We are just the sorry we are just the amalgamation, I think that is a word, of all of the people and all of the events. But yeah, there is a but there, and I know that you know the meaning of that but, so I'll stop it here, because I'm going to go down this rabbit hole all day. But still, videos take a lot of time to upload. So, right. So, if you've watched till the end of this video, see where this has resonated for you and take the lesson from it, take the logic from it. Though you might have felt the beauty in it, I also encourage you to take the logic, because that assures you that this has not been a waste of your time. And once you do that, you can come back for more if you want. I'll see you in the next message, or in the next resonating guide for you.